Hey, what's up, guys? Ryan here. Welcome back to the Sales Athlete Podcast. And I want to talk about how to better leverage your time. This is a super short, easy to remember acronym. And this acronym will be a game changer for you if you do it the right way. So it's super simple. I actually have my little whiteboard today. So how to leverage your time, it's super simple. It's EAD. Here we go. EAD. Really simple. So eliminate, automate, and delegate. And if you're a sports fan like me, it's EA Sports. EA, eliminate, automate, and delegate. Eliminate is the most important one because as you're thinking about your time, you're already spending so much time in many different things. And I read this book called Essentialism, and it has this one graph that changed my life. And this right here, if you do this the right way, it'll help really transform everything. Because if you're doing something that's not moving the needle and it's taking away from you, you're actually going to be wondering, how am I not hitting my goals? Why is it so hard? And if you just take some inventory of what's really going on and how you're spending your time, you're going to be like, this is not the highest use of my time. This is not how I create and leverage time. If you want to like manipulate time and bend time, like you hear these gurus say, you have to think about the value of your time, and you have to think about what's sucking the time out that's not of your life and your energy, that's not moving the needle. And that would be, if it was removed, it would immediately be placed into a more valuable environment in a place that's going to move the needle. And when you do that, you're finding that that's creating more leverage and impact on the outcomes of where you place your time. So how to leverage it using EAD will be a game changer. So I like this little graph here, and it's really simple. It's basically, I have A and B, right? Okay. A is a ball of energy with arrows coming out doing many different things. And then B has only one arrow coming out doing one thing, but they're doing it in a farther respective distance. So if you think about the things that you're spending your time that aren't moving the needle, you're like, well, I want to, let's say, grow my business, right? So if I'm going to grow my business, I need to leverage my time better. So I should stop playing video games. Boom, I take that out. I should stop maybe doing this chore, and somebody else could do it. Or I should stop scrolling on the internet and doing this. Or I should stop watching too much sports. And I should stop eating the food that's sucking the life and energy out of me, and I could stop going out to eat and start meal prepping. So you start to think about like things that you eliminate, and then you're immediately starting to realize that time and energy can go toward a direction that's going to make an impact. So for me, eliminating certain foods from my diet automatically gave me more energy because my body isn't screaming out trying to process what I'm eating to generate more energy. I just eliminated it. Now there's already existing energy, and that's going toward my right direction. So for me, it's been gluten. I had leaky gut, changed the game for me. Alcohol, I've enjoyed social drinking for a very long time, in and out of my life for maybe 7 to 10 years. I've been in and out of that type of enjoying social drinking, but I've always had inflammation in my wrists and my joints and my fingers and my elbows and my knees. Same with gluten, it created inflammation. And then sugar too. Anytime I had like a big ice cream or something with my family, top it off with a drink or something socially, or do all that in one with some pizza and some processed foods and gluten, all of a sudden my next day I feel terrible. Well, it's that energy is spending so much extra time and kicking into overdrive in order just to process what I put into it. As soon as I stopped doing it and eliminated it, I had that energy to go towards something productive versus just maintaining the energy that I was, aiming for, versus throw on some extra caffeine and all this extra stuff, and now we're in trouble. So for you guys, it could say, hey, well, I have 3 or 4 different sales strategies or 3 or 4 different marketing strategies, and that each of them costs money. And instead of me switching back and forth and there's a cost to switching, I just eliminate the least effective ones, and I do that. Now I have that resource doubling down on what's already working. For you guys, it could be I'm selling too many different products or trying too many different business models under one roof. And when you do that, you're going to find yourself not growing as fast as you want because it's too complicated, and you need to eliminate something from your business and keep it simpler. So the next one is automate. I love automating. I love automating because automating can basically leverage technology to do something that you already have manually done, right? If you think of a car, it used to be all manual, right? Then they automatically allowed you to shift gears in an automated way. That's automated, automatic drive. So when you start to drive, instead of, you know, manual gearing shift, you have automatic, you have more time to think about other things. Some of us like to drive a stick. I get it. And it's fun. It's got a nuance to it. Think about pre-qualification calls. Think about handling objections. Think about killing those zombies, those objections before the prospect gets there, and then you're meeting with them and there's less friction in the sales process. Think about reporting and visibility and insights, and think about all the things that you need to make decisions that if you manually were to do it, it would take time. But most people don't manually want to do it because it takes a lot of time, so they don't do it at all. So automating is something you need to do. With automated technology, AI today, you have such an opportunity to leverage technology to do something that you know manually would already be a valuable thing in your business if you already do it. So that's super big. So elimination, first and foremost, leveraging your time more. Automation, now you have technology doing something that's already going to move the needle that you've already proven. So you have EAD, and then you have delegate. When delegate, super important. Obviously, you heard everybody talk about elevate and delegate. And instead of saying, man, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do that in my business? How do I do that? Instead of saying, how do I do that? Say, who can do that? Who can do that? Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe who will do it better than me, or who would be able to get it done and not me. And as an owner, as a sales rep, when you have the skills of delegation, you can really amplify and grow the value of your time, because now you're spending time saying, what would I do that nobody could do at all? That if I just did that, it would move the needle. And if everybody else did their part, we would all work as a team and achieve more. So I love doing this. This is super important for a sales rep, for an entrepreneur, and anybody who's trying to scale anything. If you don't figure out how to leverage your time, you're going to hit a ceiling and you're going to wonder what's going on. You either bust through it, get creative, change, complicate everything in order to achieve it, or you realize if I just cut this out, I would stay focused longer. If I just automated that, I would be able to get it done in a way through leveraging technology. And if I had somebody else do that, I would be like more free to do the things that I'm really good at. So for you as salespeople, it should be prospecting, doing discovery, closing, building relationships. And as a CEO, as a founder, everybody's gonna have different skills, but you guys are gonna be, what is the rainmaker thing you could do that's going to create the highest leverage, the biggest meetings, the biggest opportunities, the biggest partnerships, hiring the most important people, creating product, marketing, whatever it is that your superpower is, you can just do more of that and leverage your time. That's how you start to speed up really fast and grow way faster, is your ability to just lock in, keep things on elimination at bay, keep the weeds out of the garden, the foxes out of the garden, kill them, shoot them, get rid of them, say no, 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 and then automate something that you know is super important, and then delegate when you know it's super important and it's starting to take too much of your time. And you're going to find yourself growing. It's a lot of fun. Growing your pipeline, growing your closing ratio, growing your deal size, growing your sales organization and your business at large. So I hope this is helpful. So this is the second episode of the pod, and I hope you like it, and talk to you soon.